We are gathered here to fill you with fear and give you a treat for your ears as we invade your mind with our scary rhymes and some tales that can be gory. As you bear witness and sit here and listen to our poetic horror stories.
Things are so hard these days. The economy is insane. We have a president that wants to be a tyrant and a king. The cost of living is crazy. It's getting harder every day to make ends meet. Everything is so expensive, especially groceries. Have you seen the price of eggs? They cost you an arm or a leg. Instead of our new administration progressing the country forward, they are trying to regress us all backwards to the 18th century. Who would have thought our government would turn on its people and violate most of everyone's rights? Well, that's not true. Because CEOs and billionaires continue to build their wealth. They keep telling us that they are cutting the fat from legacy programs, which millions of people need to live. This administration has successfully divided our society, turning our families and friends against one another, turning them into enemies. They have even alienated our allies across the seas that supported the U.S. faithfully. The tyrant is now enacting tariffs that will decimate not only our, but the world's economy. He is also picking fights with Greenland, and he is trying to add Canada to America. He even renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and Google changed the Gulf's name to its Google Maps. Isn't that just crazy? This one man decided he would bully the whole world. And in the latest news, he also announced he is going to try and run for a third term. But despite all of this, you still have people, his cult followers, that would gladly vote for him again. In my opinion, they all need to drink the Kool-Aid. If you know, you know. We are living in a sad state of affairs, a real-life living hell. Since 2025 has come in, we have all been walking on eggshells, just living on the edge. And don't watch the news. It makes everything worse, messing with your anxiety and your psyche. We are only 4 months in with this administration, and so many people are at their wits' end, fearing to see what is coming next. Our futures, our kids' futures are at stake. Can someone tell me, how are they making America great again? Before these 4 years are through, I believe we, the people of America, will be diagnosed with PSD, and we have to buy our medication off the dark web, because we won't be able to afford the drug prices, which will lead us to self-medicate with drugs or alcohol. Just in a few short months, I feel we all need some form of therapy. Everything right now seems so dark, gloomy, bleak, and scary. It feels like a real-life horror movie, like The Purge or The Hunger Games. The survival of the fittest. So, what do we do? Who do we, the people, turn to? These are the questions we, the people, need answered.
This is just a friendly reminder to please like and comment to let us know how we are doing so far. We would love to hear from you all. And if you're new, please subscribe and become a part of the PHS crew. And we thank you.
How did we, the people, end up here? This is the true question we should ask ourselves. How did we the people ignore this madman's rambling that is now our president? It might be that we the people never learned from history. We pay no attention to the past, which led us to mistakes we are doomed to repeat. Now we the people are upset, but we voted for him because we the people weren't paying attention to what he was saying. He told us all he was going to tear down our democracy. Now ask yourself, why was it so easy for him to win? Because so many of us didn't vote? Because we the people didn't like the choices? This is what made it easier for his cult followers to choose him as their clear votes. We the people just stayed home because we didn't think it would make a difference. And then we have the people who didn't have good intentions and voted against their own entrances because they thought they were superior than their fellow man that looked just like them. The people he was promising to ship out of the country because they felt like they were working here illegally. They were so happy to see these people carted away. They made TikTok videos of them celebrating. But little did these people know your hate would come with a price and be your downfall. When ICE picked up and deported some of your families, friends, the people who voted for him, people who belonged and lived here in this country their whole lives, but were sent far away to another country that they never lived in or visited. This is truly sick, deranged, and scary. Because if it can happen to them, then it can happen to you also. It's a shame in this day and age. People still don't get it. They don't understand. Rather, you hate the color of someone's skin, their accent, if they are gay, bi, or straight. We are all human beings, and we are all connected. No man, woman, or child is greater or lesser than, because we all share the same fate in the end. Death. It's the only guarantee that comes from life. If you live, you will die. Look at it this way. If God didn't want a group of people here on Earth due to their sexual orientation, religion, or their race, then they wouldn't be here. They would have been long gone. They would have been erased. Think about it. Anyway, we the people need to stop taking out our stupidity on people that we deem to be lesser than we, like they are a class of subhuman being. We need to stop judging people by our own self-hatred, envious, jealousy, destructive tendencies, biases, and fucked up beliefs. Thank God we are all born as individuals with a brain that can form our own thoughts and opinions. Because if everyone thought the same way, then there wouldn't be any variety. The world would be downright boring. Now, let's use our brains to answer this new question. How do we survive these next 4 years? Under this narcissistic, self-centered, homophobic, racist, sexist, wannabe king and tyrant.
Hello, fellow citizens of America. I'm glad that you have chosen to tune in. We have a very important message for you. We think you all need to hear. Look at the state of the world today. Everything evil is on the rise. War, inflation, mutating diseases, global warming, politicians trying to end democracy.
Look, the next 4 years are not going to be easy, but we can survive and make it through. We have survived worse things than this before, and this too shall pass. But we all need to learn to be more vigilant and not let this happen again. Because when this is all over and we the people will need to rebuild, what we knew before may not be recovered. Some things may be gone after this forever. What we all will need in these trying times is for us to have faith, courage, and strength. We, the people, are stronger together than we are separated, divided, and apart. Because the powers that be know we are really the ones in control. We, the people, have the power. We are resilient, strong, and smart. We hold the power in our hands, and this is something that can't be taken away, no matter what they try to do and say. If we stand united, our voices will be heard, and the powers that be will hear us. They will have no choice. When we, the people, stand together, we can move mountains, and we will, because in the end, good always defeats evil, and we, the people, will win. We, the people, will and shall prevail.